My man applauding himself. I love this man. Jongho is the funniest man on the planet.
Okay. 감사합니다.
See, I know it's gonna be me simping for Hyunjin again. I know every time he raps, I say this, but bro, Hyunjin's such a good rapper. Like, I know I say it every single time. Every single album I've said, Hyunjin, it kills me, it murders me. His rapping is just so good every single time, but I can't stop myself. He's just too good. Why is this giving me first date vibes? You know what I mean? You know when you like go on that first date and you're kind of awkward about it? That's the vibes I'm getting right now.
To another episode of Odd Man Out.
That's right. For all you K-pop fans out there and the BTS army, this one is for you.
Super grateful to our sponsor, Simple Habit, for bringing this episode to you guys. It's an amazing meditation app. Ian meditates all the time.
I do. I'm a busy man. I get frenzied all the time. But when I meditate in the morning, it just calms me down. And Simple Habit is all about mental well-being and being grounded. So it's a really nice thing to work with them.
Now enjoy the episode.
Please welcome BTS.
Okay.
Boy band in the world, BTS.
Yeah, the boys.
I literally have a tattoo of my bias on my ankle. You're joking.
Okay, that's kind of crazy.
Can
See, like, I don't care who it is. I find it so weird to get a celebrity tattooed on you. I don't care, like, I don't care. I don't care how much you love a celebrity. That is weird. Isn't it? It's strange. Look, I can love a celebrity or a music person or whatever, but it's weird to get a tattoo. No hate to this girl, but like, I just find this so strange.
be for V, or can that be for something else? Okay, you know what? I'll take
Okay, it's just the V. Okay, that's acceptable. Okay, I thought she got like a tattoo of the member's face. That's weird to me.
it. I'll take it.
We brought together 7 BTS fans.
I'm a BTS fan.
I am a BTS fan.
I am a BTS fan.
I am a BTS.
Wait. We gotta go. We gotta figure out what's going on.
We brought together 7 BTS fans.
I'm a BTS fan.
I am a BTS fan.
I am a BTS fan.
I am a BTS fan.
I'm a BTS fan.
I'm a BTS fan.
I am a BTS fan.
I know who it is
One
already.
is a liar. If the group discovers who the liar
I know who it is
they'll
already.
split a cash prize. If the liar survives, he or she wins the entire prize.
I simply know who it is already. I don't even need to like watch this, to be honest.
All right, so I guess we should
It's
just
the
go
guy in the
around
white
and
hat, definitely.
talk about how we got into BTS.
The
But
first person to start talking, I was gonna suspect him immediately. Right when the buzzer started, she was like, okay, guys.
I actually started just because I wanted to see what like the hype of K-pop was, and soon after I bought tickets to their concert. It started in February, and I've been whipped ever since.
So I got into...
Okay, that's a bit sus, isn't it? Am I strange for thinking that's a bit sus? Where it's like, she didn't know anything about K-pop, right? And then she got into BTS, and then she went to a concert immediately after. I don't know. I find that strange because it's like, with me, even outside of K-pop, with a musician, it's like, I've got to really experience everything they have to offer before I even decide. I'm like, oh, I want to go check out a concert. You know what I mean? Like, that's how I feel. Like, I guess, yeah, she could just have a lot of money and just be like, oh, let's check out this concert. It could be that as well. But like, I don't know. For me, it took me a long time for me to be like, oh yeah, I want to go to a Stray Kids concert now. You know what I mean? Or I want to go to a BTS concert now. It took me a while before I reached that point. So I guess it could also be a personality thing. But it's not that it makes me sus. It's just like, I'm a bit curious. I'm like, okay, there's a question. I'm questioning.
Yes, in January. And like, I was like digging their fashion. Ever since, I'm like so obsessed.
Yeah, they dress great, but I was like, I don't think that's the reason you become a fan. I don't know. I just thought it was weird that he said he's a supporter because of their fashion. So.
Well, I don't think that way, because it's like there's anything could pull you to want to learn more about something. Like their fashion, for example, you could be like, oh yeah, they got a cool fashion sense. Let me learn more about them. So I don't think it's you're not a fan if that's what pulled you in. You know what I mean? So I am not. I did say I was sus about the white hat guy, but and I still am. But I feel like that's not a good reason to be like, oh, he's not a fan.
So one of my best friends, her dad actually was one of the concert organizers for the Wings tour. And so she was like, hey, I have like extra tickets. And then after that, I was like, oh my gosh, like I have to get into them. And it was just like downhill ever since then.
So do you guys like all consider yourselves like fan or army? Because you know there's like a difference. You know what I mean?
I would say I'm army. I'd say I'm borderline.
I'm Army.
Army.
Because I'm a newer fan, I would say fan. Like actually, I'm not even like knowing of this big difference until now.
So what do your friends your age think about like you being?
Okay, that's interesting. You can't admire an artist just because he's dressed well. That's not what I said. And that's not what he said either. He didn't say, oh, I admire them because they dress well. He said, oh, I got into them because I like their fashion sense. That's the whole different thing, right? That's what got him interested. And then he expanded that in other ways, right? And he's even saying here, yeah, I've just gotten into him recently, so I'm a newer fan. So I think that's a fucking fine reason to get into a group. Like, it's fine to be like, oh, he dresses cool. Let me see what else they do. So I was going to say something and I lost my train of thought. Let me go back. Maybe I'll remember.
Of this big difference until now.
So what are your?
Actually,
I'm Army.
Army.
because I'm a newer fan, I would say fan. Like actually, I'm not even like.
Okay, I'm less sus about this guy because he's being more and more like honest, and he's giving like reasons to why he's a bit like you could be sus of him. You know what I mean? Because it's like, oh, he says I'm a newer fan, and even his reason for liking BTS, it seems like a reason where it's like, oh, that's sus. In such a way where it's like, that's got to be the truth, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? You know, like when someone's reason for something is so easy to like put holes in their reasoning that it has to be true. If almost like that's the vibe I'm getting right now. So I'm suspecting White Hat less and less.
This big difference until now.
So what do your friends your age think about like you being Army?
I mean, most being Army, they don't really care.
Do you like openly tell them that you're an Army?
Yeah.
Well, Tay is a little, older than us, like everybody else who was in the box, and that kind of threw me off at first.
I think it's cool, but even I was like, you're kind of a grown-ass man, you know what I'm saying?
Wait, what happened?
Cool.
It's like everybody else who was in the box, and that kind of threw me off at first.
I think it's cool, but even I was like, you're kind of a grown-ass man, you know what I'm saying?
All right, we got a minute left.
Okay, that turned my opinion completely opposite. Turned my opinion completely opposite. Because it's like BTS are grown-ass men. You know, like, so to me, I always find it strange, right? I always find it strange to me where it's like people giving shit to BTS fans or ARMY because it's like, oh, well, how are you, like, you're a grown-ass man or you're a grown-ass person listening to this music. I'm like, the people making the music are like in their late 20s, early 30s. Like, they're grown-ass men. How is it weird that a grown-ass man is listening to music made by grown-ass men? Like, that makes no sense. So I'm suspecting him now. You know what I mean? Like, I find that so strange, that idea. But I'm suspecting White Hat again.
To try to figure out.
Okay, everyone's biased.
Oh, J-Hope. J-Hope.
Okay. Yoongi. Yoongi. It's Yoongi. Like, I was kind of on the back burner a bit. I'm like, who is my bias? It took me a while to really figure out. It was between Taehyung and Yoongi for the longest, but it's as recently because I've re-listened to D1, D2, and D-Day on my own time, and it's Yoongi. My bias, just unchallenged. I love them all. Don't get me wrong, but yeah, sorry. I just had to answer that. Let's see how they answer though.
All right, we got a minute left to try to figure out.
Okay, everyone's biased.
Oh, J-Hope. J-Hope. Jungho Top.
사랑해요.
I'm double biased. Tay and Hobie.
So my ultimate bias is Jungkook. And then
Hell yeah.
I was biased for
Okay.
Jimin.
Hell
And then
yeah.
Yoongi is coming for me.
I feel like you have to bias every single one and then decide like who your bias is.
So you don't have a bias?
I mean, not really. I would maybe Namjoon only because he's so
Maybe.
smart. But
Okay.
like, well, probably Hobie on Dep's side, man. But we got 30 seconds, so Lajimolala.
Huh?
All right.
I love this. I love this Asian guy, bro. I don't know why. His vibe is so good.
Alan definitely wasn't giving us as much as we wanted.
Trinity. She was like emanating some type of energy next to me.
Alan, okay.
Yanada.
I think the thing about Alan, like, even if he's not the guy, even if Alan isn't the like fake fan, I feel like his personality is so grating and like, no hate to the guy, but his personality is so grating to me that even if he wasn't the fake fan and I was there, I would choose him as well. You know what I mean? Like, he's just annoying. He just irritates me, bro. I don't know why he irritates me so much. No hate to him, but like, there's something about him. Though I will say, okay, anyway, let's just continue.
Bye.
Everybody had a little too much info. Easy to slip by as just a casual army. So one of my plans were eliminate the baby armies first.
If everyone feels confident that you've
Oh, wait,
One
what?
of my plans were eliminate the easy to slip by as just a casual army.
Bye.
Everybody had a little too much info. Easy to slip by as just a casual army. So one of my plans were eliminate the baby armies first.
if everyone feels confident.
Okay, that's kind of sus what he just said there. He could be the secret hater. I think he could be the secret hater. Because I didn't think it was Alan. Like, I didn't make that decision just yet. Like, to me, he's just an annoying dude, but like, I don't think he's the secret hater. But it could be this old mate here.
Confident that you've already caught the mole, you can end the game now, but if the majority has doubt, the game will continue. So raise your hand if you wish to continue the game.
Like, old mate in the purple shirt, I think is 100% a BTS fan. Like, there's no discounting that, but I don't know about the rest of them, eh? Oh, fuck my knees. Oh, shit. I was sitting cross-legged that whole time. Okay, so let's continue.
I mean, I was able to get some indication with the last 2 seconds of the game.
Okay.
So if I go Tony Montana,
I'm not gonna lie, I don't know what that is.
I know what you mean by that.
exactly, that's where my delineation of, all right. Now, my fear is he might be a baby army, or again,
I fully admitted to
that's my
being,
fear. of
like joining us in
this.
February.
You gotta know Lachimolala, Tony Montana. These are just inside jokes every army knows.
I had no
Yeah.
idea.
See, like, this is a slippery slope, right? This is a slippery slope because it's like knowing inside every single inside joke. I don't think that's what makes you army or whatever. I wouldn't consider myself army, and I'll tell you why. Because I don't know enough about BTS, right? I've very surface level BTS. You know, I've checked out a couple of albums, I watched a couple of videos, but I wouldn't consider myself an army by any means yet. Only recently, I've started calling myself a stay because it's like after 5 months, right? It took a long time for me to consider myself a stay because I didn't know enough about the groups. Now I'm almost caught up on all the albums. Like, I think I've got like 4 albums to go. But yeah, so I forgot what I was saying. I forgot what my point was. I always forget. I keep talking and I forget what my point is. Yose is army. Do you know? I don't know his channel. I've never seen this man in my life before. So what was I saying? I forgot what I was saying. Oh yeah, my point is like someone that doesn't know all the inside jokes and things doesn't mean they're not army or a fan. Like that's, you know, that's a almost What's the word? What's the word? What's the word I'm looking for right now? Ah, that's a I can't think of the word. I can't think of the word. Don't worry, let's continue.
I'm sorry if I'm uncultured. I will fix that after this.
I know most of the YouTube videos, which is why I'm actually confused as to why I don't know that. But, I mean, if I have to whip it out, I will. I literally have a tattoo of my bias on my ankle.
Please show us.
You're joking. V.
Where?
And my best friend has one of J in the same place for Jimin.
Can that be for V or can that be for something else? I don't know. That could be like a janky Nike swish. That could be a whole lot of things. I don't know.
So you said you got into them since February of this year.
Yes.
What albums have you listened to?
I mean, pretty much all of them. I'd say my favorite one is probably Speak Yourself, because that's like what got me into them.
They don't have an album that's named Speak Yourself. It's Love Yourself. So you love this new album, this past album. What?
Okay, this guy is... You can tell this guy's a pro because he's not immediately jumping on things. But I will say this. That doesn't say anything. That doesn't say anything. Like, misremembering an album name doesn't say anything. I don't care what anyone says. I'm bad with album names, bro. I'm bad with them. I'm gonna be honest. I'm bad with those fucking album names. Especially, like, those 3 albums that Stray Kids have. Like, I Am Who, I Am You, I Am Not. Those 3 albums, I always fucking get those shits wrong. So, it's not enough reason for me to be like, yeah, she's the fake fan. But it is a bit sus, I will say.
B-side do you like from that album?
Oh my god. B-side?
Like, that's
not, like,
the
not a
title
title
track.
track. Like, not voice.
Okay. So, this is a bit sus that she doesn't know what a B-side is, but I will say this, I only found out what a B-side was last month, right? So I will say that. Though she is getting a bit sus, she seems very unaware of things, but like not knowing what a B-side is, that doesn't mean that you're not a fan, but I can see why. Like, I can see why she's suspicious. Like, she's the most suspicious for me right now.
Oh, okay. Home. Home's my favorite.
I'm gonna be honest, I wasn't a huge fan of the last album. I wasn't
either, but I like Boy With Love.
I thought I wasn't, and then I gave it another listen over. I was like, what am I talking about?
Everyone was you and started asking me, and I was all like, I literally forgot everything. Like, you don't.
Yeah. That's also the thing. Once you're put on like blast, it's like even if you know all this shit, it just leaves you. It leaves your brain. You know what I mean? So I get that. So I'm kind of suspecting the girl with the purple hair, actually. Personally. I'm old mate in the purple shirt is definitely, like, obviously you spoiled that because you told me he was that he is definitely one of them. But like, I knew even without the spoilers, old mate in the purple shirt knows probably every single secret and little crevice of the BTS world, you know? So I wouldn't have been suspicious of him regardless.
We want to get anybody who has any type of suspect feeling out, because I trust my gut.
I just seriously thought that there's no way this dude could be a BTS fan.
Who'd she choose?
A BTS fan.
Oh, the Asian guy. Tay. Oh, his name's Tay.
Y'all made me expose my tattoo just to call me fake. That's so messed up.
Okay, so you said you were borderline.
Yeah, I'm borderline.
Why?
Because I just started in like 2017, and I guess because my like obsessive K-pop.
Wait, when did this come out? Just to 2019. Okay, so she's been a fan for 2 years, but she's not ARMY. I don't know about that. So she said my journey started in 2017. This was uploaded in 2019. That makes me sus. How are you not a ARMY after 2 years? I became a stay in 4 months, right? Officially or last month. was when I decided, yes, I'm gonna stay now. Okay, that doesn't make sense to me. That does not make sense to me because that doesn't make sense at all. Oh, I'm sus about her now. Girl, the Afro girl, I'm sus about. Okay, I'm very sus about her. It's not really an Afro, but like, yeah, I'm sus about that.
Phase is behind me because I started getting into K-pop at like 2010.
Okay, she doesn't have an Afro at all. Why did I think she had an Afro, bro? But yeah, I'm sus about her.
I feel like when you are in the army, you are proud to represent, so you don't just say, I'm iffy about it.
Okay, I was knee deep in the YouTube world, and I was so obsessed with BTS. So I decided to apply to the airport because I knew that they fly through the airport.
To work at the airport?
Yeah. I actually got a job at LAX just to see BTS.
Okay.
I know. Tragic.
How did you guys feel about the Be Free commentary?
Years ago.
Where he calls them girls and
What, you guys could... Oh, this was the podcast they were on. Not the podcast, but the interview thing. The makeup thing, right? Oh, I remember this. That fucking cunt that said, oh, don't you feel like girls because you wear makeup on stage? And I got heated about it because I was like, that's fucking stupid. Everyone wears makeup. Literally every motherfucker that... Like, the toughest rappers in the world are wearing makeup on stage, motherfucker. Like, what kind of comment is that? Drake is wearing makeup on stage. Jay-Z is wearing makeup on stage. Eminem is wearing makeup on stage. Don't come at me with this. Oh, man, wearing makeup on stage. I remember that. I got so heated about that. It's the dumbest shit. Literally every professional in the world that's on a camera wears makeup on stage. Sorry, Be Free, that you're not successful enough to be recorded by cameras, so that's why you don't wear makeup on stage, motherfucker. Oh, I got so heated about that. I remember that interview.
and tells them
that whole thing with the rap community and attacking them.
let's be honest, for the most part, even the Korean hip-hop community, or especially the idol community, some of the worst cultural appropriators you'll ever meet in the world.
Oh, yeah, true.
Let's be honest. I mean, but at the same time, you have to understand, it's a country of, like, it's a homogenous country.
The question I asked, it was like deflected. So I was like, okay, yeah, we're gonna have to keep this going a bit. The cultural appropriation is one thing, but it's more so how, like, the rap community.
Okay, it feels like he was making excuses. It feels like he was making excuses for the Be Free commentary. That's what it felt like. I no hate to this guy, but it just felt like he was making excuses for, like, oh, why? Like, he didn't even answer that shit direct. I'm getting suspicious of this guy. I don't know, his vibes just kind of is a bit off. I don't know about him. I'm getting suspicious of you.
Make them feel like other. That's what I kind of like
because
talking about more.
Because again, they're superficially just taking what they think hip hop is.
I feel like when they first started out, there was just this like adamant, like, I want to be this alpha male. I want to be this. Like, it wasn't
it's almost
authentic.
like that anger in him.
You know, that was back when he had the perm, but we're not gonna speak about that.
he doesn't want to speak about that, so let's just.
Like, the glow up was it's just been immaculate with them.
Yeah.
So.
I mean,
she was so vocal in the first 2 rounds, but then in the 3rd round, when we were getting really deep, she was crickets. I was like.
Tay seemed to know a little bit too too many, like.
I'm suspicious of Tay. No, I'm not suspicious of Tay in the way where he's like, oh, I don't think he knows about K-pop. No, I don't think he's a BTS fan. That's what I'm suspicious about. Because the way he responded to the whole Be Free issue, where he kind of skirted around it, kind of like, you know, was kind of like not really talking about what the comments were talking about. He was just saying, and he was almost excusing that type of behavior. He wasn't excusing it, but he was like, the reason they're like that is because of these social, like the way Korea is social, you know, just this kind of, he was just waffling. I'm going to be honest. He was just waffling about it. So I don't know. I'm going to vote Tay as well.
Official things, textbook kind of things. Hi guys.
Sorry. Bye.
I think Trinity, like, I'm also sus about her because like the whole 2-year thing and like still not calling herself an army. But then again, she could just like their music and not really involve herself in any other stuff. So that could just be the reason for that. But
And if you have any doubts that the mole might still be in the square and you'd like to
I think Tay's the mole.
game.
I'm gonna be honest.
I feel like they're gone.
Yeah.
I
I'm
feel
not-
like
I'm
they're
not confident.
good.
Yeah. Yeah. Because I have one doubt.
I have one doubt.
Yeah.
Okay, the reason I say Tay is because it's like the comment about the Be Free stuff, those comments, and then when he kicked Alan out, he said something to the fact that I need to kick out the baby armies first. Like it seemed like a strategy, like he wasn't. You know what I mean? Like that's what makes me sus about Tay.
It's like,
But then he's choosing to continue this, so I don't know.
Doubt we continue the game.
Let's continue.
okay.
Let's do it. I guess I started realizing you could still be a K-pop fan but not be a BTS fan. Okay,
Yeah,
what's your
there's
doubt?
that as well,
doubt
100%.
I
be
mean,
honest.
my doubt is you.
Because you had no idea when I said Laji Molala. You gave this blank stare.
I'm not gonna lie. I feel like she could be like a multi that doesn't multi BTS
BTS,
at
yeah.
all.
I
But like
feel
she
like you were
just
saying a
knows
lot
about
of
them.
textbook things,
Textbook
especially
things.
when we started getting into the Be Free thing. You
Okay. So I don't like this commentary, right? Where some people do it. I've seen it on Twitter and like TikTok and shit. It's like, if you don't know every crevice of every reference of everything in a group's thing, oh, you're not a real army, or you're not a stay, or you're not a this, or this, or this. It's like, no. That's not how it works, bro. That's not how it works. If you like their music or like them as people, that's enough. That's all you need. That's all you need. I don't care what you say, because I don't give a shit. I don't give you. You could be a guy that doesn't know 80% of the references and just loves the music, and you can still be a stay or an army. I don't care. You could be someone that maybe is not even the biggest fan of their music, but loves them personality-wise. You can still be a stay or an army. You know, I don't care. It's just how it is. Lucky Malola is too famous. You need to know that. I don't know that. I don't know that. So like, but then again, like I said, I still don't consider myself an army. I call myself a BTS fan. I just think it's very pretentious. You know, it comes off as very pretentious when people say, "Oh, you're not a real fan because you don't know this A, B, C, and D," right? I find that really pretentious. And yeah. Like, it's almost like you have to achieve these criteria to call yourself a fan. Like, what? No. Anyway,
when
sorry.
you really started about cultural appropriation. I'm like, okay, that's kind of not on topic because that's something that's
true.
evident in all of K-pop. Like, that's another conversation. We could talk about that
What's
later.
your favorite V-Live episode?
I'm trying to think back to when he did the album review.
What, who, Yoongi?
Crap. See,
Okay,
now I'm brain
what's
farting,
your
so-
favorite Run BTS episode?
Run
if you
Or
have
Army Bomb.
If I have one,
or Army Bomb.
I'm not gonna lie. I don't think I've seen every Army Bomb, but my favorite Run BTS, probably when they were in the sauna. About what was that, 5, 6 episodes ago?
I don't remember that. A lot of our fandom knows and loves these videos. We talk about them all the time. And he was like, I was like, okay, there's so many, just choose one. Like, one was when they went to Six Flags in Texas, and Hobie was on one fucking roller coaster, I don't remember. The other one was when they got scared.
See, again, the pretentiousness is coming. You know, I don't care. It's just giving very pretentious. Like, oh, you don't know these videos? You don't know this? Or you don't know this? No hate to it, but that's the way it comes off to me. It's like, what? Even me, I've only seen what, like 12 BTS episodes, BTS Run BTS episode, whatever the fuck they're called. I always mix it up. Run BTS, BTS Run. No, it's Run BTS. BTS Run. Run BTS? Anyway, whatever it's called, I forget. I've only seen 12 episodes. Right? So that, I don't know, it just annoys me. It annoys me. It's like, what, I get where she's coming from, though. I get where she's coming from. I also think Tay is the mole. Don't get me wrong. I think he is the mole, definitely, because a lot of things. But, like, someone not knowing, oh, this is my favorite episode of this, or this thing, it's kind of like, number one, you're putting him on the spot, so you can't even think of the answer in the first place. And then number two, it's like, just because someone is a BTS fan doesn't mean that they know every crevice in the bloody fandom, you know?
And they were supposed to go to the zoo, but then they ended up getting scared by zombies.
You hate to see it.
I think it's Tay as well, though.
Now do we feel confident?
This game is so hard, you don't know who the mole is. It could be anyone. And the only person you can be 100% sure of is yourself, whether you're the mole or army. That's all you can be.
If the lights around you turn red, the mole is still in the square and you lose.
My
If the
Lord
lights around
Jimin.
you turn green, you have successfully voted the mole.
Actually, oh, I might take it back. Ooh, I might take it back. I'll tell you why I might take it back. This girl on the left, I've realized something. Yes, she's very knowledgeable about things and whatever, but I've noticed that she's always on the attack. You know what I mean? Like, so like every time someone makes a slight, hesitation in answering, or they can't fully think of something or whatever, she's always ready to attack. Like with the tattoo with that other girl, where she was like, oh, that could be anything. And she, said it out loud and stuff. Or this time with the Run BTS, like him not thinking of an episode on time. Or, like that's how, she's always on the attack. So I'm really, I'm suspecting her actually. Oh, this is a hard choice. Do I choose her or Tay? Oh, I don't know. I'm going to say it's her. I'm changing my answer. It's her. She's the mole.
And you win the money.
My Lord Jimin, please come down on us.
Ah, fuck. Fuck. I got it wrong.
I'm happy that we won.
I wonder who it is.
I'm so happy. Like, there's no other way. We know who's not army. Like, we can sense it. We can feel it in our bones.
If the mole wishes to reveal themselves, they can step into the square.
Oh, now I feel super betrayed. She walked in like, oh, black
Okay,
army,
that's not that.
black
See?
army.
See? I told you. You guys were defending it in the chat, but I said it takes you 2 years to become army. And you were defending it like, oh, you can listen to their music and not be a fan and whatever. Or like you can listen to their music and not be army and stuff. And I was like, yeah, but like, I don't know. It just seemed very sus because she was like talking like that. She really enjoyed them personality wise and stuff. But then she said it's been 2 years, but I'm still not army. So that was sus. So I was sus about that, but then you convinced me that she wasn't sus. Okay, let's continue.
I am not a BTS fan. I'm an EXO fan.
The one thing that I wasn't
I haven't
surprised
listened to
about was
EXO.
that she is an EXO fan. Who's your group?
EXO.
I knew it was gonna be EXO-L. I knew it was gonna be EXO-L.
Wait, is there like a rivalry between EXO and BTS fandoms?
What up?
Oh.
Yeah, the K-pop fandom is definitely pretty vicious towards each other, and I think especially after today, I think it's just silly. Everyone was super nice. Really, we're no different. We just like different groups, and it's dumb to fight over something as trivial as that.
BTS fans come in all.
Well, I don't get the fighting thing because I'm essentially a multi-fan when it comes to groups. Like I don't prefer one over the other. Like yeah, I like Stray Kids the most because I just vibe with them the most. But I don't have a preference, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? Like to me, I don't view Stray Kids as being inherently better than ATEEZ or any other group that I've checked out. They're just all different.
All different shapes and sizes and ages and genders and races. It's just a beautiful fandom.
Trinity, I got your back, girl. If anyone wants to fight, they gotta talk to me first, okay?
Do you have any last words to other
I am surprised that he was
Let's
not.
just keep supporting the boys. I believe their message is worth getting out to the world. One day, if everyone could be army, it'd be a better world.
사랑해. First time.
He's
in
so
Army
irritating, bro.
history
Did it.
to catch
You
the
did it,
ball.
BTS.
He's so irritating, man. I don't know why. I don't know why. Like, not in a bad way, but you know, like irritating in a way. Like, you know, when your little brother's just like so irritating and you just like you get irritated by just this slightest act. That's the vibe. Like, I don't dislike, I actually like him a lot, but he's so irritating.
Yes, Army. Do not hate on the mole. Try not to.
Don't hate. Meditate.
Oh yeah, that's a good
Because this episode is actually brought to you by Simple Habits.
Okay, so that was I'm probably going to end the stream there. That was fun. These videos will be on YouTube in the next couple of days. That was really fun. I think I did pretty well. The first one I basically got right. Not basically, I did get right the first one. And the second video, I was right on who to suspect, but then you convinced me that she was. Oh, it's okay. Yeah, it makes sense to not be a BTS fan, army after 2 years of consuming their content. That made me sus. That made me the most sus. But I got blindsided by the way Tay responded to the whole Be Free situation. But yeah, that was fun. Honestly, I wanted to see more Alan because he was so irritating, but in a funny way. You know what I mean? So I would have liked to see him survive more rounds. That would have been funny as. But you like Purple Shirt Guy, you could tell he was so informed because he never felt the need to like, you know, speak loudly or, you know, like say, oh, I know this and this and this and this. He just like asked questions, answered questions very calmly. Very reserved dude, you can tell. But I think it makes sense. Like there was never his moment of I was like, oh, that's guy's sucks in any way. No, because he just felt like an encyclopedia of BTS, if that makes sense. Not like on how much information he knew, but it was just like the calmness made him like the calmness that the Purple Shirt Guy had was just like. It felt like I was watching a sensei of BTS. You know what I mean? Of BTS lore. You have to start watching Rise of Bangtan. That's on my bucket list definitely. Right now my focus is on catching up to the Stray Kids albums. So once I get caught up to the Stray Kids albums, I'm planning to dive deeper into like doing more BTS stuff more often. But my main focus right now is getting through the albums and getting through Kingdom and shit. But hopefully by mid next month, I can start really delving into BTS stuff. But yeah, cause right now what I'm doing is I'm mainly going to focus on one group at a time. I'll still do BTS and ATs here and there, but mainly I'm going to focus just on one group. When it comes to like their discography and stuff. And like, you know, their, you know, interviews and whatever else. So that I can really delve into those groups. You know, because like for BTS, I think I've listened to the first 2 albums so far. Or the first 2 mini albums at least. So, but yeah, I'm going to get to that soon, basically. Because I think I've watched so much Stray Kids stuff that I'm not like caught up on Stray Kids stuff because I still need to watch like Skuz Talker and like vlogs and stuff. But like I'm slowly getting to a point where I'm aware of a lot of the like inside jokes and stuff. Will my reaction to Skuz Family be on YouTube? Yes. In like the same way my Skuz Code episodes are going to be on YouTube eventually. That episode will also be on YouTube. It might take a bit longer, maybe a month, maybe 2 months later, but it will eventually go on YouTube. I don't know when. It's hard to say because I think I recently uploaded episode 4 of Skuz Code on YouTube. So if based on that, I would say maybe a month or 2. What about His Man? I'm going to get into that again. Hopefully. I was thinking either the day after tomorrow or like I was thinking today. So today is Saturday. So I was thinking to do that on Monday, maybe. We'll see. I've got to rewatch the first 2 episodes before I do that though, because it's been a while. Anyway, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys next time. My man applauding himself. I love this man. Jongho is the funniest man on the planet.
Okay.
See, I know it's gonna be me simping for Hyunjin again. I know every time he raps, I say this, but bro, Hyunjin's such a good rapper. Like, I know I say it every single time. Every single album I've said, Hyunjin, it kills me, it murders me. His rapping is just so good every single time, but I can't stop myself. He's just too good. Why is this giving me first date vibes? You know what I mean? You know when you like go on that first date and you're kind of awkward about it? That's the vibes I'm getting right now.